Welcome, beautiful dancing soul on the planet Earth. I'm Melissa Mattiusi, healer, dance shaman, journalist, and author. And today I'm very grateful to welcome Kareem Raïhani. It's correct, your surname?
Absolutely.
Okay, welcome, Kareem.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you have been called in many names as shaman of the dance, master uh, for ecstatic dance, and dance floor magician. So, who are you? Tell us. The big question of life. Who are you?
I'm a guy that takes music and dance very seriously.
Yeah, very yeah. Very seriously, even if you make our bodies and souls smiling into the dance, because I met you and danced with your music at Acampisoe in Corfu,
Yes.
some days ago. And as dancer, I can say that your DJ set was one of the most healing and magical rituals I take part in my life, and I dance a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, I think this is um, okay. It's a long story that I'm gonna try to make very short
Okay.
because what you just told me, this is actually the thing I didn't know, but this is the thing that I always wanted with music and dance. So when I was like 17 years old, the music already came in, but the dance also came in. And before going into music, I guess my soul said first, no, first you do dancing. So I've studied dance. I went to the academy. I graduated. I danced for in total 10 years. And then after those 10 years, the music was always there and it was just getting stronger. So then I decided to stop with the whole dancing and then I went into music. And of course, in that time, that was like, let's say 96, 7, something like that.
Wow.
Uh, uh, I just went for at that time, the house and techno DJ. And I became quite successful at it and I did all the big festivals but in the end of that it was after some years of being successful of getting all the gigs that I wanted, it still didn't feel fulfilled. So at that moment was also the moment when I started to kind of also question like who am I and what am I doing here and what is my purpose and what am I gonna do for the rest of my life. So, and then I thought, like, okay, if it's gonna be music and dance, it has to be something else than just entertainment, because entertainment is easy, but the other stuff is what I am personally really longing for. So so now I had all the knowledge of being a dancer, having trained my body to the max, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, you know how it is.
Yeah.
And then after that, I did another, let's say, 7 to 10 years becoming a house and techno DJ. And then when actually that music didn't do, I mean, in the end, I was playing in front of 50,000 people and I didn't feel it. I mean, I could do the trick like every DJ is doing, yeah, 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 and but it wasn't just me. That wasn't. So I stopped. I was already producing music, so at the moment I decided to produce different kinds of music. And at that moment I met uh, my dear brother and friend Praful, who was already a musician in the scene that I didn't know that existed. And he actually kind of took me by the hand and showed me like, hey, There is a whole different world out there where you can do your music, you can do your dance, and it's actually being appreciated. And nobody's drunk, nobody's wasted. People are there for the music and the dance. So once, I mean, I literally went from 50,000 people to a room with only 150 people, but my heart and everything in me was enjoying so much what happened there. That kind of set the base of what I wanted to do with music and dance. And then, of course, most of the DJs, they want to become a DJ, obviously. But the thing is I already had that path. So for me, becoming a DJ was not important anymore. It was actually more the outcome on the dance floor. Like, how can I create a journey that is really touching you deeply and not just, we have the party moments, but to me, the party moments are not so great without the moments where you can have a moment of depth or where you can be a little moment of silence and, all those little things that is actually making your dance, your body, your life more rich.
Yeah. Wow, I got chills because everything you said resonates with my soul. And I mean, it's like a life journey, an experience with your healing DJ set, because life is it's not always whoa, 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 party, party, party. Yes, it's a party, but sometimes slowlier, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you need silence and to rest. Sometimes you have troubles, and sometimes you, most of the times, maybe you are happy and joyful and you want to share. And on the ecstatic dance floors, we can share as the life as we are, I think. So
Yes.
the the most powerful thing, I think, is this concept that we can be what we feel we are in that moment when we dance in that kind of dance.
Yes.
Yeah, and you are a master, if so because you are a dancer, and it makes the difference, in my opinion, because you embodied the music, and then you know what which kind of music makes feel joyful or restful, and so on. I appreciate very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
and
Yes, I mean, if you've been dancing for 10 years and worked with so many choreographers, and when you dance in Holland, we say like there is art with a small A and there is art with a big A, with the capital A. And I always wanted to do it the art with the big A, and which was amazing because in this I really learned how to use my body in a way that the choreographer wanted, in the emotion that the choreographer wanted. And uh, yeah, dancing to all these different kinds of music and like pulling that emotion out of there, basically as an actor, but then in a dancing way. It gave me a lot of understanding music, understanding myself, understanding my body, and all these kind of things. And of course, the ecstatic dance floor is not a grand theater, but there are many elements that I can bring in onto the ecstatic dance floor to create something really different that you probably never heard from other DJs.
yeah, yeah, of course. I met a lot of musicians, DJs, and also musicians that who told me, no, 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 I can dance. I don't want to dance. It was crazy for me because you are the music.
Yeah,
Can't you dance? But now I understand why.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Not every musician is a dancer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why Africans, they all make great music. Why? Because they are all dancing.
yeah.
They
Mama.
first start to dance and then the music comes, you know?
Yeah, yeah, because our first instrument is our body, and I work a lot on this theme. our body is our instrument for our soul, and we have to take care about it and make it healing, purifying, with also nutrition, the music we listen to, the relationship, everything we put inside. But most of the people in our beautiful planet doesn't care about all the things.
Yeah, there is yeah, it's a big thing, and separation is now is now becoming individual, you know. We are all on the phones,
Yeah,
and the screen is telling us what to do, how to behave, what to look at, and we forget about many things. That's why festivals like Agape Zoe or all these conscious festivals, basically these are the moments where humanity comes together,
yeah,
and there are no phones on the dance floor, and we connect again, and this is so much needed. That's why I like also these kind of festivals. And at a certain moment I just chose to do only these kind of festivals, because the other festivals, yeah, okay, you earn more money, but you also are like drained for the next 2 or 3 days.
yeah,
And here I come from a festival and I'm like alive. Even if I do like 3 festivals in 2 weeks, still I don't feel, I mean, of course, at the end of the summer I'm tired. But meanwhile, it's really amazing. It's because we are all in that same energy where, yeah, where we are not so distracted.
yeah.
And
We need only dance and share, be connected through our hearts on the ecstatic dance floor without being drunk or taking other substances, because we have
yeah,
all inside us.
well, a nice sea to dive in and have a little swim and dry up in the sun helps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In a magical
Which
is
which you
like,
see in Holland is now not so
yeah.
it's
I'm
a bit,
in the mountains too, in the Alps, in Italy, at the border with Switzerland, and also here, if it's raining, we have to cover. So I understand you.
yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
last 2 days here was like raining, and it was like, oh, almost like autumn has started.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I heard you after your ritual in Agape Zoe, speaking with some guys about the team of Bali, because they ask you, "Oh, why did don't you come to Bali?" But you told a concept I like very much on the team of Bali. Can you
Yeah.
share with all our brothers and sisters?
Um, yeah. Um, so that was a few years ago, and I was for 2 years in a row I was invited to the Bali Spirit Festival, and but for some, and of course, my ideas were at that moment like, oh, there's a lot of things happening in Bali, and it would be good to be there. I know I can bring something different, and so I was kind of connecting and seeing how Bali was going. But in one way or the other, it's like either the agenda didn't work out, or I couldn't, or there was always something that in the end it never happened.
Mhm.
And then I got like one um, uh, invitation from in Kopangang, and then that happened like without any effort. So obviously my soul was like, no, 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 you wait, don't go to Bali, you need to go to Koh Phangan. And well, since I made that choice to be actually there, I haven't been there for quite some years now. But when I went to Koh Phangan, it was like everything kind of opened. And looking at what happened with Bali, getting more and more crowded. Basically, like every place in the world, when first it starts underground, and I know this because I've lived for 10 years in Ibiza, so I've kind of seen like how it is to what it's becoming, and looking at Bali, looking at Tulum, looking at all these places. Also in Kopangang now it's happening. It's all like making the change to become something like Ibiza, which in the end is now a very boring island with lots of rules, lots of controlling, no community.
Mm.
You're allowed to do nothing, just live there and pay the bills.
Yeah,
All the youth, all the creativity, everything that was alternative is like license are drawn out of the island. So it just becomes, yeah, not so interesting for fresh young blood that wants to create.
yeah,
And this is what's happening this is in the end what's happening to all these places. I mean, I heard now in Tulum you go to I don't know what kind of party, and it's like $250 to go into a club, and that's like even worse than Ibiza. So yeah, and I think I don't need to be in those places. That's basically what happens when it's like too much overtaken, because I know that energy and I've been there, and it's not my choice. Simple.
and you told also that in Europe we have a lot to do. Yeah,
There's so much to do in Europe. Like now every country, when ecstatic dance just came in, I had to like go to a festival and tell them like, hey, can I do the ecstatic dance? And they were like, all of them, because a DJ was just not allowed. They were like, no, we don't book DJs. It doesn't fit the energy of the festival. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, because any other DJ wants to be a DJ and goes on your festival, boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
And of course, you've been working all days with these beautiful workshops. So in the end, I had like in Ängsbacka in Sweden and in Holland was the Open Up Festival. They were actually the first festivals in Europe that allowed a DJ to have a main night. Because also my conversation with Ängsbacka was like, can I DJ? And they were like, well, okay, but you do it after the band, when everybody goes to bed.
yeah,
And then I was like, no, sorry, I actually want the spot of the band. So that year it didn't happen, but the year after it did happen. And that actually changed so much, because finally there was a way, and this is before ecstatic dance. So, but basically I was already playing some kind of ecstatic dance before there was ecstatic dance. And with this, actually, that festival and in Holland, they kind of understood, okay, now we can have actually a DJ that plays the music that we actually want to hear on these kind of festival. And it doesn't mean that it has to be only mantra and new age music. Not at all. It's tribal, it's electronic, it's full of bass, but it's also soft and it's also sweet, and it allows a lot. So yeah, from that, I mean, I can really say I opened the doors for all the DJs to
yeah,
be able to play on festivals, because now every country has an ecstatic dance festival in Europe. Like
yeah.
everybody, I don't know if Italy, does Italy has an ecstatic dance festival?
We have Sound Festival playing ecstatic dance. Yes, not
Okay,
one big, but many. I'm discovering every year one more. So there's
it's
a
happening, it's growing.
community. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You are a
yeah.
pioneer. You opened the field. The father of all the ecstatic dance DJs in Europe.
One of the
One of
one
that.
of the
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one. I
Yeah.
mean, there were There were a few others. It's just that, like I said, I did something different with the ecstatic dance, and I didn't come from five rhythms. I didn't come from tantra. A lot of tantra people wanted to become ecstatic dance DJs in a certain time. I was like, wow, this is interesting. And now everybody wants to be a DJ. So there is a lot. I just hope there are some of them that are taking it very seriously, so ecstatic dance can keep on growing, let's say for another 20 years, I hope.
Yeah, and more and more. I understand what you told before that music is a serious theme. You make music seriously because with music we can influence our energy, our feel, our body, and also we can influence the others. So with music and with movement, embodying the music. So it's a very serious job, the ecstatic dance DJs.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. Um, how can music and dance make a better world, in your opinion?
I mean, the big silence says everything because it's wow, it's such a big. It's a question like, hey, what does life mean? You
Yeah,
know? Whoa.
I love that kind of questions.
Yeah. So, how can music and dance change the world? Well, it's a big question, but it's also, in the end, it's also very easy. The moment you take music in, not only for entertainment, really to fill up your heart, basically, and the moment you take dance in as a one of the ways of expression, so many studies have been done on that now, but like left, right, middle, all kinds of studies, and it's just proven music and dance is making your life better. If your life is getting better, obviously your life around you is also being a little bit better. And if all those lives are becoming a little bit better, then all the people connected to those lives are, and well, you got it. Like, this is a small part. It's not only music and dance, unfortunately, because that would be very easy. But it is a part of actually making your own life better, and therefore the life around you gets better as well. In the end, I mean, also this energies are attracting each other. So you attract your own energy. The moment you raise your energy, you attract these kind of energy, and up and down both both ways goes the same. So yes, you dance more, your body feels more happy, your life is more happy, and I mean, look at all the ecstatic dancers, they're like open, nice, happy people that are really enjoying life,
Yeah,
and not just out there, because dance is also bringing us very grounded. So we are enjoying life by taking everything, the ups and the downs, and we take this into our dance. I mean, it's just that in Europe, it's been taken away from us. In many tribes, it's still there, and it's like totally normal. You are born with it. Like once a week, everybody comes together, you dance, and you just dance your shit out.
yeah,
Boom. This is like you do it with family, you do it with friends. It's very normal in many countries, in many cultures. It's just that in Europe, we had the Middle Ages, and then suddenly we weren't allowed to move anymore, our hips.
yeah. It's a very powerful ritual the one when we meet in circle, and each of us can enter into the circle and dance his or her own dance to express how he or she is feeling in that moment, and
Yes.
and being seen, because we are seen a lot by this these phones and computer,
Yeah.
but we we aren't seen most of the time by our relatives or partners or friends, because
Yeah.
most of the people are distracted by life. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we could bring that ritual also in our families.
Yes. Well, oof. You
Yes.
know, the thing that this is also what I've learned in with ecstatic dance, because also in the beginning, a lot of people were kind of like, hey, maybe we should do it on normal festivals so that people can actually see it, or maybe we should do it there and there. And I, I personally, I don't believe in that, because the thing is when you are ready, then ecstatic dance comes to you.
Yeah.
Before that, if you just give people ecstatic dance in their throat, they're just gonna laugh at you and looking at monkeys from their perception, They're like crazy monkeys over there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so why bother? Better just be there, create a strong dancing community. Please make it not so spiritual. Dancing is spiritual, but it just happens on the dance floor. We don't need all kinds of workshops with that. Dancing is the most powerful tool, and the only way to experience that truly, it's to come more often, to dance more often. This is the only way.
it was amazing to see in the past days in Agape Zoe. I danced like 4 or 5 hours per day, without doing my morning routine with yoga and stretching, with all these mental stuffs of the professional dancer, yoga teacher, and so on. And it was amazing because my body it was always hot and soft, was moving like the sea, like the jungle.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we need only to dance to
It it
only.
it's well, it's actually I've met also this other beautiful Indian guy, and he's one of those guys that can afford himself to just jump on a plane and have a good dance somewhere. And he also did like many workshops and many trainings, and in the end he was like, but when I dance, everything is happening at the moment. He did the breath workshops, he did the tantra thing, he did everything. And in the end, for him, it was like, but dance is all at once. So I don't need anything else anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I got chills.
Yeah. And it's a very soft way in get having your body, keeping it fit.
Yeah,
If you go to the gym, and I'm not against that, it's good to have a strong body, especially when you're getting older and you want to keep on dancing. You need to do some, you know, keep your body strong,
yeah,
and but not so much when you are dancing, because you are using all the muscles in your body plus something else, and that's what is so special with ecstatic dance. It's not only the muscles dancing,
no.
it's
Oh,
something else. It's
body,
everything.
mind, spirit.
Yes, yeah,
And even if we dance only with the part of us, the
yes,
whole body is dancing, the whole energy is dancing. So if maybe if we have some trouble with the neck and so on, we can dance with the hand, and then all the body enjoy to
and
do
slowly maybe the
that.
neck even can follow after a little
Beautiful.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can say for sure that dance also make us younger because
Of course.
yeah, I had a big master of mine. Maybe you know her. She was Anna Elprin from San Francisco. She was one of the first pioneer of modern dance and dance therapy as Martha Graham after Martha Graham. And
Hmm.
she did her body at 10100. I was there dancing with her. She was 96 years old and she
Yeah.
was dancing gypsy with me. She was amazing. She
Yeah,
helped many, many people to be healthier and conscious in their body and their life. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
yes, I mean, if we have a problem, it's not that we resolve it only with dancing, but
No, no, no. Yeah.
we can,
With dance, with dancing, we have less problems.
yes, prevent. And we elevate our energies and we make stronger our body and field, and so we can manage better our problems.
Yes.
Yeah. So Karim, there's something else you feel you want to share with our friends, and maybe something that nobody has asked you before and you want to share?
That nobody has asked me before. Hmm. I don't know.
Or something you feel you want to share? You
No, I it, the only thing I would share is like if you have a chance, please and come experience the ecstatic dance. That's what I do best.
yeah. And where our friend can find you online and in presence in the next weeks.
So the music that I make is all on Spotify.
Mhm.
These are mostly remixes that from music that I'm inspired of, that I feel that are, but for me always the ecstatic dance floor is my point of view. So from there on I make the music and of course I test a lot my own music. So if it works on the ecstatic dance floor, I know it works everywhere. So that is one. And for the rest, I'm Holland is my base because we have here such an amazing community with like I think like 50 ecstatic dances per week that you can choose of. So if you're in Holland, for sure, I'm somewhere playing. In summer times, usually I'm doing summer tours, but this summer I'm keeping it a little bit short because I have a new beautiful baby girl and I'm gonna be a little bit more time with her this summer. So that's what I'm looking much forward to. And yeah, there is one amazing ecstatic dance festival, the one in Holland, and this is really something from a whole different level. If you get a chance to experience that one, the summer or the winter edition is also amazing. It's in the second week of January. This is like ecstatic dance next level.
Okay.
With the sound system, with the decorations, with the workshops, with it's really something I can recommend if you like to dance like 10 times in 6 days.
Have you ever been in Italy to play?
Yes, in Osciomiasto.
Ah, okay, I know very well. I have many friends living there. And I put in the feel we want Karim back in Italy. Let's organize.
I'm always open for that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Karim,
Thank you.
and
And
dancing.
we see each other somewhere on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao. Bye.